Today we will discuss whether Brzenk can still become the East versus West champion. Larry Wheels may be saying a short goodbye to arm wrestling. And finally, results of some of the amazing super matches from the recent Olymp event. Nifontov versus Artem Tainov, Arthur Makarov versus Akimbo, and comeback of Sergey Tokarev. Let's start. Last weekend, Brzenk went to the Tactical Arms Club in Utah for an arm wrestling practice. This may be John's second last practice before his Leonidas match on August 10 at East vs West 14. Knowing that his arm power is not going to be enough for Leonidas, John must be putting all of his energy, all of the efforts into getting his cupping and his hand and wrist iron strong for this Leonidas super match. I want to ask the arm wrestling community a few questions. How much strength has John lost since November 2022? He will be 60 years old when this match happens against Leonidas. How much strength has Oleg Petrenko gained since November 2022? Because he's already been arm wrestling for more than a decade, so I believe the changes cannot be so drastical. If John beats Leonidas on August 10, then should he be getting a rematch opportunity against Petrenko at East vs West or King of the Table? When I saw Oleg Petrenko destroy Kidergali Ongarbayev, I was like, how did John beat Petrenko then? But then when I saw Petrenko defeat Dadikian too, I was like, now I really want to know how did Brzenk defeat Petrenko so easily. And don't get me wrong, even my mind right now tells me that Brzenk should have no chance against Petrenko. But the heart says otherwise. Has Oleg leveled up so much? Or was John's victory over Oleg just a stylistic win? Can the static, never fading pronation from John still take Oleg's wrist? Does John deserve this rematch, which will also be a title shot? Due to the various reasons mentioned by Larry himself in his I Relapsed video, his motivation is at its all-time low. And there have been some other issues as well. He recently got married, so focus kind of got shifted towards his wife and some other business obligations as well. So arm wrestling and other sports definitely took a hit. And also taking back-to-back losses in arm wrestling in the super matches cannot be a good thing for anyone's motivation. It looks like Larry's motivation and his interest is by far at the lowest, at least as far as arm wrestling goes. And Adam Silver confirmed this in one of his videos. Thanks to Andrew for sending me this screenshot. Hi Adam, do you still edit Larry's videos? No, I don't. Is this the reason why we don't see no new arm wrestling content on Larry's channel? It's really just that Larry doesn't show as much interest in it anymore. So this news or this rumor has been confirmed that Larry is not taking the sport of arm wrestling too seriously, at least for this moment. Or maybe it is the same for Larry, including all of the other sports too. The last arm wrestling video uploaded on Larry's channel was on 25th of March, 3.5 months ago. When Larry left Dubai and moved to USA, we all initially thought that this is going to be amazing. In USA, they have practices and tournaments every single weekend all over the country, so Larry will definitely be getting better. His motivation will peak from here. But no, it kind of went the other way. And it's also sad to see that arm wrestling may still be kind of a retirement home for these popular athletes and nothing more. The Olymp event was organized by Babkan from 28th to 30th of June. So the concept was a lot different from anything else we have seen so far. The press conference was in the open, the tournament was in the open, arm wrestlers were entering the arena on jet skis, ATVs, horses and a bunch of other vehicles as well. So this looked like a cool concept. I did not find anything wrong with the tournament except for the audio quality and the constantly shouting microphone guy. If the native Russian speakers are complaining about him too much, then you can understand how much difficult it may be for the people who don't understand the language. But still, I mean, when you got Siplinkov and Alexei Vovoda as guests, you got Arthur Makarov, Akimbo competing, Artem Tainov and Nifontov competing, comeback super match of Sergey Tokarev. You cannot really complain about that too much, especially when you're getting to see all of that for absolutely free. So this is the list of all of the matches. The Daria versus Makarova super match was tied. It kind of looked a little bit shady to me, as if Makarova intentionally gave Daria those 3 rounds just to tie this super match, but all of the other matches were super 100% legit, and maybe even this one was. Daria was just that strong. Then the second super match was between Kirill versus Goga. Maxim versus Artur Makarov. This was an absolute war on the left arm. We recently saw Artur dominate Maxim on the right arm, Maxim aka Akimbo 69, but left arm, Maxim was able to take his revenge. I know Artur's left is not as good as his right, not even comparable, but still it was an amazing match to see, and the overall score was either 3-2 or 4-2. Artem Tainov versus Mikhail Nifontov. Artem Tainov totally dominated this match. Top roll, transition to a press, inside game, everything was on point. There wasn't anything that Mikhail could have done about this. The Nizami, the guy who has probably the strongest biceps in the world, versus David, but David had way too much experience and this left arm super match was a complete mismatch. And finally the main event, Marat Aibazov versus Sergey Tokarev. I thought that this is going to be a clean sweep from Aibazov, especially after seeing the first two flash pins. It looked like it is a complete mismatch, but then Sergey Tokarev's pronation took over and the match was completely turned around and Tokarev won this match 4 pins to 2. The link to full super matches will be available in the description. Amazing matches for free, please check that out and please subscribe to Arm Olymp channel. Thanks for watching, like the video and subscribe to Arm Wrestling News as well.